Well, what do you like to be known as, actually? Businessman, chef, restaurateur?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Rachel?
What's the current PR
We're
line?
all looking at Rachel going, Rach, what's the...
We're all just like, I don't give a shit. What's the current PR line? Top shagger. No.
Top shagger, there we go.
Yeah. Culinary legend.
I can't say... You do the intro if you're going to say culinary.
Just go fucking chef. Like,
My teeth are...
Let's not build me up that much.
You're more than that.
My teeth are too big for culinary. That's a tough one, dude.
Shame is delicious.
Hello and welcome to Shame is Delicious with me, Darren Harriott.
And me, Eshaan Akbar.
And we are joined by chef, businessman, restaurateur, culinary legend.
Well done.
Alex Claridge, come on.
Alex Claridge is in the house.
I mean, that introduction's definitely going to put some pressure. I will not live up to that, but I
I'm
appreciate
sure you will.
it.
I'm sure you will.
That's kind.
You own the Wilderness.
I do, yeah.
The Wilderness restaurant, which is...
The restaurant.
Yeah.
I own all restaurants.
Not the whole Wilderness.
I am a restaurant.
Yeah, you are a restaurant walking.
I have 20 people inside me right now. No.
Yeah. Nice. Lucky them. What kind of restaurant is the Wilderness?
So, I mean, it's fine dining, whatever the fuck that means. So, it's long, tasty menus.
Yeah.
What we do is kind of...
Small portions.
I mean,
small portions, big prices.
some places, nothing on them. That's the joke. No, there is. It's not that small. Don't rubbish my entire sector.
Alex, I'm such trash. I think fine dining is when you have seats that you can move. You know? Well, I'm so used to eating a terrible chicken.
He thinks fine dining is McDonald's serve. When they serve you at McDonald's.
You've
done had the McCrispy though, like
yeah.
Ooh.
You know. The McCrispy's all right.
Yeah.
What's the McCrispy?
1 star. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
It's
from
got quite a nice bun on it. The McCrispy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm up for that.
See, the moment you talk about fried chicken, he's in.
I'm all in. That's it.
Fine dining.
I'm back in.
So you're telling us about
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Wilderness.
ironically, like the whole point of what we do is part of it's fine dining in the sense of I always wanted to use the best possible ingredients. You know, look at me, I'm a princess. But
Yes.
You know, the other half of it's sort of like my memories of Edward's Number 8, like a rock and roll club, which was in Birmingham. So it's kind of the least formal and the least stuffy iteration that I can do while still getting to use, the good shit. So it's, it's a bit of a unique beast, I guess.
And are you a Birmingham lad?
I don't know whether that's a euphemism, but I'm gonna cautiously.
Yeah.
No.
It's not. Is it?
Is it? No, it's not.
No. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm a Birmingham lad.
Okay.
I can be your Birmingham lad.
Are you like born and raised in Birmingham?
Yeah, South Birmingham represent.
Alex, he was trying to be your friend then by going, are you a Birmingham lad?
Sorry, what am I supposed to say?
No, it felt super approachable. I loved it. Yeah, no, South Birmingham.
Super douchey.
What is South Birmingham? What is that? Perry Bar?
Well, north's this way, south's that.
Yeah. But what areas? What areas of South Birmingham?
I like you went straight to Perry Bar.
Yeah, what's South Birmingham?
Why are we mentioning South Birmingham?
Because he's from South Birmingham.
South Birmingham's...
That's the focus of this podcast today.
Birmingham.
We're here to talk about Birmingham's geographical delineation.
Oh, is that what we're here? Oh, okay, cool.
Name me a place in South Birmingham.
I'm more of a southeast Birmingham guy.
Mostly Kings Heath, Hall Green. That's where I'm from. Like that's all.
Where are the Asians from?
Oh,
I
was going to say India.
This city is a melting pot. We don't have we don't have county lines where you cross over and someone greets you and goes, "Nah, sorry, mate, not here." Like that's not what we run in this city.
I'm just trying to place your story where the Alex Claridge story began.
Look, you said to me earlier you used to be a city trader. That's the most city trader shit I've ever heard.
Doesn't he sound and just look like city trader?
And what areas belong to those people?
Yeah. Where can I set up my next residential property? Portfolio.
You were definitely a city trader. Did you used to tip well at restaurants? Would you go to his restaurant and tip well?
Probably. I mean, it just went on the Amex.
How many points, yeah?
Yeah.
All about that points.
All about the points, baby. Platinum.
They get a tip, I get a tip.
Yeah, everyone gets a tip.
I know your type.
Tippy tip.
So, Alex, I like this.
Never do that again.
Thank you, mate.
Birmingham lad. Tippy tip.
What? I don't understand.
What have I agreed to come on?
I think Birmingham
What is this?
It was a very nice,
just such
warm
a southern
question.
It sounds like someone's just dropped on SoundCloud a new track.
No. I thought it was
lad. Fuck is that?
It was a very nice, warm question, actually, I thought. I was building bridges.
But what's not a Birmingham lad?
Now...
But you said it like...
I'm a London lad.
But you said it as if like...
What delineates lad versus...
don't think any of you are lads. Thankfully.
I'm a top lad.
Okay.
Okay.
Apologies.
Would you prefer if I said, were you born and raised in Birmingham? Would that have been a better question?
I mean, that gets straight to the point of it.
Technically, yeah. But look, this is your party. I'm not here to teach you how to present.
He tried to colloquial it a little bit, make it a bit cooler. You're Birmingham lad, or yeah, like someone to hang
cool
out.
guy, so I thought I'd kind of.
Alex, going back to the restaurant.
You've been given the wrong notes for this meeting.
Yeah, clearly.
Look, his self-esteem's gone.
I'm just reassessing my
What
approach
ifs?
now. Watch me be an absolute cunt for the rest of the
Bring it on.
Yes.
I'm used to it at this
Right.
point, mate.
Go on.
I like the fact that you have fine dining, but you also have the music choices that you have in your restaurant as well.
Yeah, well,
It's different.
there's a lot of things I dislike. I'm sure we'll cover some of them, but like elevator music, absolutely fucking not. Like,
Depends, though.
we have an open kitchen, right?
Yeah.
So if we have to listen to that music 16 hours a day, like we are not going to have like James Blunt or whatever
fair.
acoustic and offensive stuff's going on.
Yeah.
And I think it's also like what's great is when we have a lot of guests who come in who don't normally do that kind of experience, and it can be quite intimidating. Like my litmus test is always like my dad's salt of the earth, Birmingham. Would he feel totally out of place? Like that's a pretty good way to test whether you're doing something
salt
that
of the
feels
earth,
accessible. Back in your box,
That's
tip,
what
tip,
it
tip,
is.
tip. Yeah. But I think it's good because even if it's unfamiliar ingredients and they're not used to that kind of thing, like if Bon Jovi comes on, like
Yeah.
you kind of karaoke at the back, fine dining at the front. It's not for everyone. I wouldn't want it to be, but
No, I like
that's
it.
the experience I want to create.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very lucky. It's it's a small restaurant where I kind of have the luxury of being just authentic to what I like and what I believe to be fun. Right?
Did you have much pushback at all for that?
Yeah, I mean, look, over the years, I think if you do anything that's distinctive or anything that's kind of a bit different from the kind of the center point,
Yeah.
there's always going to be some people who don't necessarily get it. And certainly when I was younger, I think I could have addressed those kind of comments in different ways.
Yeah.
Let's speak diplomatically. Like I had a couple of kind of terrible years where every time I thought of something really I say really funny, something I thought was funny, like that voicemail was like, put it on Twitter, go on TripAdvisor, respond to that person in French, like all this sort of dumb stuff that I've mostly grown out of. But yeah, look, if everybody liked what I did, then I would have to reassess whether what I was doing was interesting enough for me personally.
Yeah.
What's been like the criticism you've got? Because I'm not across it, so I don't know what's the criticism you've received over the years.
Some people want it to be more formal. Some people don't like rock and roll.
No.
And
Go
look,
somewhere else.
well, that's kind of my point. Like there's lots of great restaurants in the city, and they're all quite different. If you don't like rock and roll and you don't want to come and sit in an all black dining room where we're not going to kind of curtsy and be like, my lord, when you arrive.
Yeah.
It's not a feudal style
Yeah.
approach to service. Like it's not going to be for you, and that's cool. Just move on.
Yeah, I like
But-
the idea of going to a restaurant and hearing music that you really want to hear. Because when I go to a restaurant normally, it is elevator music. I can't
Yeah.
think of anywhere I'm like.
Not in Nando's.
Yeah, but Nando's is
Nando's
like,
is pretty up.
Nando's is elevator carnival music. It's the same thing. It's
You'd
just,
like that,
it's
wouldn't you?
Well, I like chicken.
Yeah, and the music.
Oh, because I'm black. That's what he was going to.
I wasn't. I literally
You could
wasn't.
see his
Just
face.
slide it
You
on
could
the
see his
table.
I
face.
literally wasn't.
It was like, you'd like that, clearly. It's in your
Some
DNA.
tin drums,
Yeah, of course. That's you. Yeah.
Ideally.
So, do you know with all your staff, your waiters, is everybody singing? I feel like people would sing rock music. Bon Jovi's on. Come on.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
got to sing along to it.
There is a line. We don't.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You don't.
We're
halfway there.
yeah, like we leave the guests. We have guests once they've had kind of a couple
You don't
of
want Living
glasses
on a
get
Prayer in a
involved.
restaurant, do you? Like, you
Why
don't want
not?
the food to come out and they're playing Living on a Prayer going, I hope this is okay, I don't get food poisoning.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want that.
I'm gonna let that one slide. But for someone who said, "Do you want to come in here and talk about your restaurant?" We're like 5 minutes in, and you've been like, "Oh, I hope no one gets food poisoning."
I
Like,
know. Bloody
No,
hell.
but we were talking about saying,
That is not how Birmingham lads act.
yeah,
Sorry,
Birmingham lads
you're-
hold
you're
themselves to
salt
a
of the
high
earth,
level of
Birmingham. I should
hygiene.
have known better. I should have known better.
So, you've got this one restaurant. Do you want to expand, or are you one of those people who's like, I'm all my focus on this one, and that is it?
No,
Make this
so,
one as
you
good
know,
as I can.
I'd like to do other things. We've just opened a bar, which has been even talking about it makes me cough. No, which has been a wild ride.
Yeah.
And I want to do other stuff, but only stuff that's kind of got purpose. Like I don't want to grow for growth's sake, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. But
Yeah.
like, I live in the same neighborhood as the restaurant. I want to try and create things there that I'd like to exist in the neighborhood I live in. And it is, it is kind of my hobby, my passion, my career. I've really
Yeah.
screwed myself here because my entire world kind of revolves around, food and restaurants, and that's pretty all consuming. But
Yeah.
no, for sure. But when the time's right and when there's a purpose for it to exist.
Well, what you just had a cough now. Do you want to? Let's get you a drink while we. Is there a particular drink here?
If you've got anything whiskey, that would be
Particular
great.
fancy.
If you don't have whiskey,
Do you
then
have
I'll
whiskey
have
here?
to
Got
go
like
with.
bra-
We
I
have
think
got a
it's brandy.
candle, smoked bourbon, but I don't think you want that.
Yeah.
Just melt down the wax.
It is a
How's the drink? It's fine.
What, have you got any whiskies
My
here?
breath smells great.
I think we've got whiskey. I think this is brandy. I can't remember. It's brandy.
It's
isn't it?
brandy, yeah.
Let's have that brandy,
Have the
which
brandy.
Go on,
House
from
of
the,
Games
brandy.
which,
Hang on, let me
which
get-
I heard you won. You won. You
I
won.
did-
Or?
I didn't win.
Which
It
Aaron,
was
yeah,
given-
which he definitely.
It was given to
It was
me.
a consolation prize. I would love a sip of your consolation prize, which
Yeah.
sounds like the world's worst chatter.
Can we
line.
edit that for the who wants a sip of my
Can-
consolation? There you go,
yeah.
buddy. There you
Thanks,
go.
man.
You may.
Help yourself.
Oh, that's proper.
Is the rule to go to the top of the cup? No.
Yeah, all the way.
It's-
Oh, I'm surprised you poured it into a glass. I thought you were just going
I've
to.
got small hands. It's too heavy.
It's really heavy.
It's really
I've not
heavy.
been graced with hands of a normal size for a man of my
It's
stature.
really heavy, my
I felt like a goblin.
House of Games decanter that I was gifted.
Other brandies are available.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
You don't
drink
be seen
responsibly,
as
of course.
impartial this week, mate. Come on.
So the woman. So this restaurant is your first restaurant, is it?
Yes.
And in terms of like your training and stuff, I'm always intrigued by this stuff because we were saying before we started, I was pretended to be head chef once. And it
Same,
was-
but for 8 years.
I know. It
been
was
wild.
Living a lie.
it was the hardest thing.
Wait, why did you pretend to be a head chef?
Because I was on another
of this
podcast
kind of
where I
role
played
play.
the role of head chef.
It's role play. It was a sex thing.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
What?
Role play was a sex thing. He pretended to be head chef.
Yeah, I do a lot of sex things.
I've embellished on the story a little.
But no one knew.
I do a lot of sex
No one knew
things.
you'd prefer.
Anyone who's doing a lot of sex things
Yeah.
probably doesn't
no one
refer to-
Eshaan.
Yeah, sex things.
Eshaan's
Love
not,
them.
Eshaan's not head chef. He's customer.
Yeah.
He's your fat.
Wow.
We can't be saying those things whilst I'm drinking brandy.
Just because you're sort of the Earth Birmingham friends here, now you're all acting up.
Oh, what? I'm not showing off in front of my Birmingham friends.
Oh, you're showing off in front of your
No,
Birmingham
not at
friends.
all.
This is what you get when you try and create apartheid in our city.
Yeah, exactly. It's a couple of Birmingham lads.
Come
doing
Birmingham
things.
lads, having a lovely time.
Have a drink. We've got red cups. You haven't.
Yeah, I can see what it is. I don't drink alcohol. I'm Muslim.
No, yeah, it does. I refuse to even let that go for a second.
So I'm intrigued by the training because it's obviously not the same thing. Just pretending was hard enough. What was the journey of you becoming?
Oh, I'm an unusual one for that. So I am pretty much self-taught.
Right.
Wow.
So I went to a relatively geeky school. I'm not ashamed to say. Well, I'm a little ashamed, but I went to a relatively geeky school.
What do you mean relatively geeky? Like private school?
All boys grammar.
All boys grammar, yes. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I saw stuff.
Hey?
So
We're brothers in arms here.
yeah. I'm literally like
Eshaan
I
is
can
now-
bring you together.
You now relate more with Eshaan now. It's weird.
It's going to get worse as well. So out of university, I worked for Deloitte. So I was a big.
Oh, my brother.
Hang on, I did an online gig for Deloitte about 2 years
We're
ago.
all Deloitte friends.
Great.
We're
We're all
all
Deloitte
Deloitte.
friends.
But I live with you. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I kind of did a little bit of cooking at university and did some part-time gigs just because I thought it made me look cool and interesting. And I kind of had this existential crisis of oh shit, I want to do something creative.
Yeah.
I'd always wanted that to be music, but my band just wasn't that good.
Fair enough.
What was the
And
name of your band? Hello.
This is gonna. It's not because I'm a goth, but it was called The Coroners.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. It was all kind of a metaphor for heartbreak and death. It was
Great. Love
The
it.
Coroners.
What was your best hit?
I'll let you know when it happens.
I literally thought that was the title. I was like, that was sound effects of
Those
it.
48 people on MySpace loved it. Though,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
nice.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah, that Tom guy was always on my
Always
page.
on it.
So kind of food was a stab in the dark. I think I liked that food was kind of a universal language to express something that didn't need words and, was very visceral.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, and there's still some truth to this. I wanted to do food writing. I'm more interested in food as a conduit to talk about interesting things and bring people together than inherently the act of cooking.
Yeah.
But I also felt like I should go into restaurants in some capacity. And I did, I went into like just a cafe around the corner from here, and I was shite. I was terribly shit. But I really wanted it. So I just kept turning up, and, this was 10, 15 years ago. Kitchens were a little bit more brutal than fortunately they are now.
Yeah.
I got roasted day in, day out.
Yeah.
And I'd go home and then I'd try and teach myself stuff from cookbooks over and over again. And, I just kept going really. And then obviously as the business has grown, we've been able to also bring in, more traditional chefs who work with me. And, they bring skills that I don't have, but I also look at stuff super differently because, there isn't really a rule book I'm following.
Yeah.
I never read that rule book. I'm focused on what that food can make people feel and what you can say with it. And, to be honest with you, if you said to me when I started this journey that, I'd still be doing it now, I'd have, probably just gone back to law and beg for my job and never talked to it again. But, here we are.
How long has that
It's been a
journey
wild
been?
ride. Just over a decade.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, just over a decade of, ruining my youth, my good looks, shattering my nerves.
You're an incredibly handsome man. Very stylish.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Great beard.
Thank you. The beard is a strong suit. I'm upset that you didn't just invite the beard on this.
I mean, it's very impressive.
Yeah.
The whole beard and hair all together is like it all works, mate. It all works. Eshaan normally says he's the guy with the hair on the show. He gets really arrogant about it, but
I never.
Let's have a hair off.
No, I never get arrogant about my beard, or hair. But people do comment that at 38, I've got a very good, solid head of hair and beard. No greys.
I reckon it's evens, mate. We're gonna have to start looking at hair elsewhere before we make a decision.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Probably not on camera. Though.
I did get lasered the other day.
You got what lasered?
I got my chest lasered.
Why?
Because I've been getting. I want to try something different, and it stings. Laser.
Sorry, you want to try something different. What did you want to try? Do you want to try laser?
Yeah. So I
chest?
was like, because when I was on a show called Dancing on Ice, and I wanted to get rid of all my hair on my chest.
Say really humbly.
What?
Oh, just this major show.
I'm trying to work out why I did this.
To make your more streamlined or something?
Yeah, no, I just wanted because I didn't want to wear a shirt and have like puffy hair poking
Look,
through.
we wouldn't understand. This is dancer problems.
Yeah.
This is dancer problems.
This is more of an ice skater thing. To be fair.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. You're not of the ice skating community.
Hasn't the ice skating stopped?
Well, Alice, I mean, yeah, but I wanted to go out with a bang. So I got my back lasered as well. It hurts.
Do you know what? I can relate to that. I once got my back waxed just to see whether I felt something.
And how did you feel?
It was shit.
Really?
Yeah.
This really
Never
stings.
again.
It burns. It's like little lasers that just burn your hair.
Have you ever had a back sack and crack wax?
No, but I like that as a rhyme.
Have you?
No, I've done the back, but
Not the sack
my
and
sack
crack.
is.
Have you done the
sacred.
sack and crack?
Yeah.
That was in your banker days. That sounds like a
No,
dare.
that wasn't like it. Wasn't like a.
Sounds like team bonding over in the city.
yeah, actually, it was. Yeah.
Jeffrey, would you like to get your bollocks waxed?
Come on, Hugo, let's do it.
Daddy has a discount.
Yeah, it was good. I hated it at the time, but it felt great afterwards. But also, like, I don't feel like a man.
Hairless.
Yeah,
In the sack and crack.
yeah, in the sack and back area.
It just felt weird. It just
I
felt.
bet to be
weird.
fair though, if you cover yourself in oil, you could have done the most amazing slide.
That is true. I could have. Yeah,
Like friction
It was so
free.
good. Just there, sliding around. Would have been fun.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I wouldn't do my sack or my crack. But I know it's airy. I know it's like it's an
Good to
issue.
know.
It's an issue down there. I know
Yeah.
that for sure. But I just know that getting. Oh, I feel sorry for whoever has to go in there. Poor they must dress in like a hazmat outfit.
I need to tell you, if someone said they'd do it and they were going to go in there,
Yeah, that's not the way they want to do it.
that wasn't a wax, man.
Yeah.
Someone's done you dirty.
Darren,
Like-
you got done big time.
Did you tip at least? I feel like you've got to tip someone if they give you a back.
Did you tippy tip?
you need to work on a better way to ask that question.
Well, no, I didn't because that was the
tip,
service.
tip.
Tip them.
No, because that was the service I paid for.
Come on, man. Be a person. You tip restaurants and that. You can't tip someone who put their bloody hand in your
No,
ass.
back sack.
Is that what it
They're
is?
not putting it in my ass. That's how it works.
And near your
They
ass.
put some
extra.
strips in
Yeah.
and then pull the strips out.
Poor person. Was it
What?
man or
That's their
woman?
job.
Yeah, no, but you don't just go, hey, here's a little tenner for your soft hands.
No. What? No. Anyway,
You're weird.
I don't know why we got onto this subject.
I can't remember.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, absolutely.
They all know the state of our lower region hair.
So, do you do any food writing? Because this is something I'm really interested in. There was a time in my life where I wanted to be a food critic.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Go on.
But no, I didn't.
Keep going.
I didn't bother afterwards because I was just like, I just prefer eating food and.
I do bits like, this is where I can't answer. It's not sound like a loser. So like, I write about lots of random things on the blog. Technically, I've got a book deal, but I'm currently 2 years late on it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And the problem is
it a cookbook?
Well,
Or is
this is the issue. This
Right.
is the issue that they want me to do a cookbook, but I kind of think they're mostly just a scam. Like,
Right.
particularly the kind of food we do, like no one is fucking sitting down and going, oh, I've got 6 days of my life to make this thing. No one's doing that. So what I kind of propose is like more of a self-help come confessional sort of thing. And it turns out like actually writing words, not just writing recipes, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So whether I'll ever do it, I don't know.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, because the sort of what you make, it's not really something in a cookbook. It's not really a recipe. You're not just going to flip over a couple
nowadays,
of pages.
over the last few years, there's been this thing with cookbooks where before you get to the recipe, there's like 5 pages of preamble.
Oh, this is why your nan enjoyed it.
Yeah,
okay.
And I'm not a fan of it because I'm like, I just want to know how to make this thing.
Yeah. So see, this is what this is what the publisher said. Like, I want to do like 100 pages of preamble, and then be like, well, there's some recipes if you want to try, but don't bother.
Just put a recipe and go, meh.
Well, look, I think everyone's different, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, I know some home cooks love it, but like, I don't, much to the general disappointment of my other half. Like, I have this thing, like, I don't believe in cooking if it's not for money. Like, I don't cook at home.
Oh, I respect that.
Wow,
Oh,
okay, that's interesting.
Oh, I really rate that.
I don't cook at home, and like, for me, what I do is like,
So does your other half cook at home then?
sometimes, most of the time, I just either don't eat or order in.
Really?
Yeah.
I respect that because most people would expect you to go home and be.
I've heard a lot of chefs don't like cooking at home.
Well, the thing is, like, what I do professionally, like, not to sound like a wanker, but like, that's my creative outlet.
Yeah.
Behave. You're not in a place to be casting shade.
Right?
But like, that's kind of like my creativity. That's my art.
Yeah.
But actually, the sort of food I want to eat every day is like, just give me a fucking steak, man. Give me a steak or a piece of fish, bit of sauce.
I always wondered that with chefs, whether you're just like, you just go out and just buy a sandwich. I'm just I always think it doesn't have to be fancy. You're not expecting to eat fancy.
I mean,
food.
he went from steak and fish to sandwich.
I know. Listen, as soon as I said sandwich, I went, whoops.
So
Whoops.
There's nothing wrong with a sandwich.
I'm curious. So, what do you order in usually? What's your like go-to to order in?
Man, like,
Peas.
so
Say pepes. He loves pepes.
I've got to tread carefully here because I don't want to offend a company that I do love.
He's going to say curry.
No.
Oh.
Domino's, like,
Domino's.
I have such a problem with Domino's. Like, if I've had a bad day, if I've had a stressful day, my order has to be exactly what it is. I order the same thing every single time. Sometimes I'm there like, I'm one-off being able to say to the delivery driver for Domino's, like, should we get a coffee? Because I've seen him 3 times in a week. And I'm like, this man has more insight as to my mental well-being than any fucking other person.
And it's the same order.
It has to be the same order.
Oh.
Do you want to tell us what it is? Or?
Yeah, I mean, so on pizzas, I have a lot of foods I think are a scam. I need to be clear. All cured meats, I'm deeply suspicious of. I fucking hate them.
From pizza establishments.
Just anything.
Like
Ham or any kind of like thinly sliced meat product, I don't fuck with.
Really?
I don't fuck with them from Subway because Subway wrap them up and it's all mummified.
No, just anything like anything to do with ham.
Like an Iberico ham, you're not touching.
No, I mean, like, if it's, I don't want to sound bourgeois here.
You can sound bourgeois.
You'll relate to this. Look, if the ham's expensive,
He knows.
if the ham's
it's
expensive,
yeah.
I'll try it. But like, even then, I'm kind of like cautious. Like, for me, it feels like just like sweaty paper. I fucking hate it. So
That's a good way of describing it.
I only eat vegetarian pizzas.
Okay.
I have the family size meal deal because I am a family
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
in terms of my emotional burden.
You got to treat yourself.
I always have like 2 medium or large pizzas. One must be stuffed crust and spicy. One must be like super plain, super neutral because that's going to be my morning after snack.
And
That's good chef.
It's one of your
And the way Owen nodded there was like, he was like, yes, please.
Yeah. And then always the garlic bread pizza because it's it's a little stunner.
Yeah.
And when they do the little cheesy nuts, I have those. Sometimes I'll shake it up and have some of the wedges, which are shit. But
The wedges are shit.
But I eat them
always.
all. And the problem is it arrives.
Never
and I'm
all the
not,
wedges.
since they've done the calorie counting, like, when I was 18, like I was anorexic for about a year and a half. So
Right.
I have, I have some history of me and food and calories.
Yeah.
But, obviously, thanks to the government, those fuckers thought, I know what would be fun. Let's put calorie counts on everything.
Alex,
really
don't get me started on
anorexics.
Don't get
Are
me
you
started.
anti?
Don't get me started on those calorie. Yeah, I don't want them there.
Food should not be about shame.
Yeah.
Like food should. Ironically, this podcast is. What are you doing? You're
I mean,
sitting in
some
my
of the
house.
things they've eaten are about shit.
But
Yeah.
I don't think it
Don't
should.
want
And I'm aware that my Domino's order's like 4,500 calories, but I gamify it. So if it arrives, I have to eat it all, even if I'm so full that I'm like, something bad's going to happen if I finish this.
Oh, you're one of my people. I'm the
But
same.
like, if it's there,
Has to be done.
like, I'm there,
Stop
like,
early.
if I'm there, I'm like, nah, I'm going to see to you.
yeah.
I will
Yeah,
look
yeah,
after
that's
you.
great.
I will adjust every crumb. I will hate myself for 24 hours, and the next day I will do the same thing.
Do you
I
get?
like you.
Do you get any dips?
I do, but I think like the dips are without, man. Like,
Yeah.
the little garlicky one. I object to the fact that they always try and upsell you that larger pot, and in rebellion, I throw away the dips.
Oh.
I don't think the dips have a sentience that I'm giving to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair
For me,
enough.
it's me against the dips.
It's you again.
You know.
You strike me as someone who doesn't easily feel shame about, particularly when it comes to food.
Well,
I-
just
you seem
takes,
to have
takes
quite-
all sorts. I know what I am. Do you know what I mean? And like
Yeah,
that's objectionable in some ways,
I-
but it's not going to change at this point.
No.
Like I've got this far. This is probably as good as it's going to get.
It's going to get better.
I really like your thoughts on cured meat. I've never actually thought of. Yeah, I've never actually thought of it like that.
I mean,
I
think it's like I'm of a generation, and I think we're all similar ages. Like when they chose to make that ham that looked like a teddy bear, there's a trauma in that we can't move past.
Okay.
And like I just think cured meats, cold meats. Like I don't do cold meat.
No.
Do you know the thing that I find baffling is in the halal section, they
Yeah.
will have halal chorizo
Yeah.
and halal salami. And I find that weird. I mean, I get it for Christmas from my dad, but what's your view on like these
Well, what is that?
substitutes?
What actually is it? Is it
Well, it's just basically
tofu?
No. So they'll have like halal beef. I can never say bresaola.
Isn't chorizo pork?
Yeah, so but they'll do it with that
Traditionally, yeah.
pork. They'll just do paprika,
Oh,
whatever, and it's fine. But what do you think of those kind of substitutes for like vegan substitutes, or
I mean-
vegetarian substitutes for sausages or whatever?
Do you know what I mean? I think it's an insight that can only come from someone who has a long-standing battle between my own feelings on food. Like, if it makes people happy,
Yeah,
that's cool. Like, I have more of an issue, not really with kind of making chorizo with something that's not pork. Like, fine. Like, I have more of an issue with like fake meats because I feel like it's so heavily kind of processed and they're not particularly great on any level that I can see. But equally, food should be something which makes us feel happy. There is an emotional life to food
Yeah.
that is so easily overlooked. And yes, we should all eat in balance. We should all, be mindful of health and stuff. But fundamentally, like food is one of life's few guaranteed daily pleasures, or should be.
yeah.
Right? Like, you shouldn't get up and be like, curse, I have to eat 3 meals a day, else my body shall shut down.
Yes, Darren.
Food should be, food should be a source of pleasure.
I agree with you.
It's for me, food's a cultural thing. It's so much more than just a calorific sustenance.
Yeah, great.
So look, man, I've come to realize the order I've got. Like, there are many things where I look at it and go, I don't have a fucking clue the point of this. I'm just not the audience. But if it makes someone else happy, like, who am I to begrudge? If they want to eat processed soy protein shaped into a sausage and thinly sliced, like, you do you.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Alex, question: Do you think croissants are breakfast food?
I mean, I think croissants are whatever time of day you want to get involved.
No, they're
Has
not.
the croissants hurt you?
I'm not. I don't.
Did you have a bad time in prep once?
They are not breakfast foods for me.
Darren
It's
has
too
very-
cakey pastry
If
stuff.
they're not breakfast foods, when would you think this is a perfect time for a
Time, yeah.
croissant?
Oh, easy. Midday onwards.
Midday.
Midday.
Sorry, why midday?
Midday
Oh, midday.
onwards.
Why? That's so arbitrary. Why midday?
I just because that's when it's like lunchtime. You can
Okay.
eat. It's like fizzy drinks. I don't have
mean,
fizzy drinks in the morning ever. You can never do that. If you do that, it's crazy talk.
Well-
Even I'm getting heated just thinking about it.
I have Diet Coke at like 8 a.m.
That what? How do you do
And he's
that?
a chef. He's a proper.
Well,
like,
it's easy
chef
because
person.
obviously it's 8 a.m. What I do is I cover myself in croissants.
Yeah.
And then I pour Diet Coke all over my face as if it
Neutral
were a face
vegetarian
mask.
pizza in the mouth. Yeah. First
What
thing
did
in
you
the
say?
morning.
Neutral vegetarian pizza?
Yeah, the one that you get from Domino's.
Does it have any flavour? No. Perfect. Bring it to
Perfect,
me.
thank you.
Bring it to me.
I do like a vegetarian pizza at times. Sometimes I don't really trust the
What
pepperoni.
specific time?
Oh. Well, it's never breakfast.
11:37 on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's terrible.
Darren's got very specific rules.
I've never
about
had a breakfast. I've never had pizza in the morning. Unless I've stayed up and it's just there. But in terms of waking up and then having pizza, no, I've never done that.
I mean, to be fair, look, I don't advocate for. I don't really do breakfast, so I can't comment hugely. But I kind of feel like croissants are getting maligned here. They've never done anything to you
No,
that
they
you're willing
have.
to disclose.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is an open forum, but
I was actually in a relationship with a croissant for 2.5 years. I've never been the same again.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm not a fan.
Presumably pan of chocolat. Fuck that shit too.
Chocolate in the morning. Get out.
God, almond croissant. Heresy.
All of them.
Chocolate croissants are amazing.
What do you have?
I'm sure they are. It's a great statement. But
from
they're,
Lidl?
they're probably amazing in the afternoon.
What do you have for breakfast?
I'll just have I'll have toast. Some
No
maybe
butter.
some eggs.
Hello, 1994.
Yeah.
Fucking milk loaf and a bit of flora.
Mate, honestly, all his meals are struggle meals. Every single one of them.
Are they struggle meals?
Struggle meals.
Struggle meals?
They are struggle
What
meals.
is a struggle meal?
They're a struggle to eat.
Toast, no butter, a glass of water.
Toast, no. Okay, first of all, I'm not kidnapped.
That's what you eat.
I mean, I don't. No, I'd have egg on the toast. I just don't really like butter on a toast. I've really gone past having that.
What kind of egg?
You can't present it like a life journey. Like, I'm in my post-butter stage.
Butter, yeah.
What's that?
When his autobiography comes out, that'll be one section, the post-butter years down Harriott.
Shut up. I like an nice eggs. I like a nice omelette.
Omelette. What do you put in the omelette?
If you say
What do I
ham,
put in the
if you
omelette?
say ham in this omelette,
I don't put anything in the omelette.
No eggs either. It's just an idea.
Yeah, it's an empty, eggless omelette.
Yes, eggs.
I'm having a recollection of an omelette for
Hold on a
breakfast.
second. What do you put in your omelette? I just put eggs.
Onion, coriander, turmeric.
God, go away.
Delicious Desi omelette.
Who's got time for that? Every morning you do that.
Not every morning, but yeah, most mornings.
Why does everyone have to have an omelette every day?
Whenever I make an omelette, it's usually got like spices and flavours in it.
How often are you making
I mean,
omelettes?
I rate that.
Three.
You-
Thank you.
You were in the right here.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Yeah,
three
tides
days
are
a week.
turning.
3 days a week.
3 days. And what time do you make an omelette?
Between 9:30 and 10:30.
Oh, morning.
Yeah. No.
Evening, darling. I've had a good day at work. I'm off to make my breakfast omelette for dinner.
You're in your pajamas. How did you make yourself a nice
to be
omelette?
fair, can we speak in defence of breakfast for dinner?
Yes, I love breakfast dinner.
Breakfast for dinner is
I
a beautiful
love
thing.
breakfast dinner.
What is breakfast?
What is breakfast?
What is breakfast?
Oh, it's Jean-Paul Sartre over here, like getting very philosophical.
It depends on the breakfast. What is the breakfast? For
What
dinner?
would you have for dinner? What breakfast would you have for dinner?
Yeah.
Eggs,
Yeah, beans.
maybe. I mean, I'm more pretentious than that. Like
Look at
eggs,
you,
little
trying to get-
avocado, maybe a little bit of bread.
Okay, yeah.
Loads of herbs on it. Yeah, that's all right.
I'd have that. Yeah.
No beef there. I like avocado. I like bread.
Yeah.
I like a good time.
I love some spiced beans. I love my egg. I love sausages.
What else?
Bread.
Do you have a full English?
Yeah, I've had a full English for dinner. Sometimes that's all that's left in the fridge. So you're like, all right, just have that for dinner.
But that's just it. Like breakfast is it's so stealthy. You'll be like, I've got nothing in the fridge, and then you're
Yeah.
like, actually, no, I've got breakfast in the fridge.
Yeah, I got breakfast in the fridge. Yeah.
We just order out.
I mean, that's also what I do,
Yes.
but it's not the person I want to be.
No.
You know.
I mean, yeah. We're all not the people we want to be when it comes to food at times.
No. I am
Other than Eshaan, yeah.
I
Eshaan,
am the
actually.
person.
What was
every
that?
time.
Yeah, Eshaan is like he puts like McDonald's fries in his milkshake and then eats it and does all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but- I'm sorry, I'm not taking sides here.
For fuck's sake, Alex.
We did an event for a beer brand, and the final course, I did a soft serve ice cream, but we put French fries through it.
Thank you. Proper chef as well.
My idea of
Salt of the earth, Birmingham lad. Yeah. Proper salt of the earth food. Thank you.
And I'm not necessarily saying it's what I do every day,
No.
but there's some merit.
Yeah, there's merit. There's merit to it. The saltiness, the sweetness, the cold. The
It's
warm.
like salt and sweet popcorn
but the best
together.
popcorn.
No, it's not
It is the best popcorn.
Why would it be the best popcorn? There's 50% fun, 50% is depressing and sad.
Which was
It's popcorn.
The
that's-
salt.
okay.
It's popcorn that's true to life.
Yes,
do you want
it
your
is.
popcorn to lie to you with
Well,
a saccharine, sweet, insidious nature?
I want mine to be full of salt, sugar, toffee and happiness and no tears. You put salt in it and it's tears.
No, but you.
Why would I have?
Salt is tears.
Why don't I just buy crisps? Why am I having
Because
popcorn?
you don't get the sweetness.
Well, I don't know. Only you can work out what you've ordered, mate.
Yeah.
Look,
We're not there to help
we're
you
here
order.
to support you,
Yeah.
but if you don't even know what you're trying to
I'm not happy
order,
about this. I feel like everyone's turning on me. Okay, I knew as soon as we talk about food, I thought you might be on my side. Turns out you're actually on his side.
Come on.
Just because
I'm impartial.
it's not.
I'm not even here.
Really, Tim Davey.
Yeah.
There is no impartiality going on here.
Yeah.
Look, whatever Gary wants to say about crisps right now,
Yeah.
I
Gary
support
can say
it.
about
Is
crisps.
Gary still the face of crisps?
Yeah. Walkers, yeah.
Bloody hell! It's been years.
That is a big contract, bro.
Yeah, that's a massive, massive contract he's got there. Good
speaking
for him. He needs the money.
Speaking of needing the money, what do you want to plug?
That was hurtful. However, needing money, I'm on tour. The Roadman tour starts in September. Please do come. Tickets are available now. That's the big one. Come see me live. Eshaan.
I'm on tour as well. eshaanakbar.com/tour. Added a second date at the Leicester Square Theatre because the
Jeez.
first one. What did it do, Darren?
It's
Sold out. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. It's sold out, so we're adding a second date to come along to that.
Alex, what do you want to plug, buddy?
I'm not on tour, but I'll put my Cash App link in the bio. If any sugar if there's any sugar daddies,
Put your Amazon wish list down.
Yeah.
like it's mostly just
Go to the restaurant. Come on, get those bookings.
Yeah,
in.
shit. You're right. Come to the restaurant. Come to the restaurant. We'll have breakfast for dinner.
Do you serve breakfast food at dinner?
Do I fuck? No.
now we're
He said
back.
fine dining.
Now we're back.
Yeah, like someone comes in for a tasting and you're like, oh, your first course is some beans.
I was thinking about pancakes the other day.
How did it make you
He
feel?
didn't eat them. He just thought about
I
them.
thought about them, and I was like, when it comes to pancakes,
Yeah.
it's sweet only.
Nah, it's
Nah.
not. Sorry,
You
bro.
see,
Have you ever had fried chicken on pancakes with maple syrup?
Yeah.
'Cause that
or
slaps.
Fried chicken and waffles.
No, you had me for a little bit there, and then you lost me with syrup and chicken.
Syrup and chicken is
I just think you need to open your mind. You're closing yourself off.
I'm not
Your
closing my
palate
mind.
needs like.
Don't make a stage
don't
intervention.
mention-
We will hold you down and put
Is
maple
that what
syrup
this
and
is?
chicken on you.
It's just like a ladle of maple syrup in my mouth. Oh no, it doesn't sound right. I'm a very sweet pancake guy.
But you're not eating with your ears. Just
Is that a derivative of
Eat
the
it with my
Birmingham
ear.
lad? I'm a sweet pancake guy. It's a subgenre of
Yeah.
the Birmingham lad.
You know me. I'm very sweet. I'm into sweet. I'm a sweet guy. I'm losing it.
This is the worst Hinge bio of all time.
as you said it, we got saltier and saltier and saltier.
Yeah, we really did
I think Sweet Pancake Boy is the episode.
Sweet pancake boys.
I am a sweet pancake.
We're going to
boy.
do a song actually with that as a title, I think. Sweet Pancake
Sweet
Boy.
Pancake Boy.
It'll be another Birmingham classic.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Also, I've never eaten pancakes outside of my house.
What do you think would happen if you did?
Is that just like a life choice? Oh my god!
I've just realised I've
I
never
love
ordered
the thought
pancakes
of
at a
you
place.
going to like a pancake house and you.
There are times like these where I wish I had like, a crepe in my pocket
yeah,
to
just fling it at you.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, ah!
I don't think I've ever had a crepe.
Yeah.
ever.
What about in Edinburgh?
I don't eat those crepe places outside. I've never been there.
Really?
No.
That's the only thing that's open at 4 a.m.
No.
What? Okay, Edinburgh, the only late night provision is a crepe.
During,
How
during the
gentrified has that city
Yeah.
got? I didn't know this.
During the fringe, there's basically two places after 3 o'clock. One is Palmyra Pizza, which is big up. Love that place. It's an absolute shithole of a kebab
Yeah.
joint, but it's great. But if you've carried on drinking beyond closing time, there's a crepe stall outside the assembly bar.
No, I would be fucking screwing if I was like hanging
Right.
and someone was sort of like, "Oh, should we go and get a crepe?" Like, I didn't mean to do the city voice. I'm sorry, but like,
It's fine.
I would be fucking
Bro, it
screwing.
hits the spot though at the time.
What you have as a 4 a.m. crepe?
So they've got, you can have sweet and savoury, but I get one of each.
JP, they have some blue cheese and truffle.
I get a spinach and ricotta one.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
I know, right.
And then I close off with a Nutella, banana and strawberry one.
2-course crepe party.
Yeah,
Ah,
2-course
Yeah,
pie,
I wouldn't be
baby.
doing that at 4 a.m.
I don't really see the point of a crepe because they're like really thin, aren't they? And it's like you'd rather just have a pancake.
They're
or-
delicate. Don't you want to whisper sometimes versus a shout?
No, no. I want it to hit me and tell me it hates me.
Okay.
That's what I want. I want a big sandwich.
So look, obviously, I already love the fact that you order Domino's. That's awesome. The fact that you are a chef running this wonderful restaurant, The Wilderness. Go and check it out. Where is it exactly?
Jewelry Quarter.
Jewelry Quarter.
Capital of Birmingham.
So make sure you check it out. What is your kind of shameful food thing? Be it a combination or something you've done with food, even something you might have served up that you were a bit ashamed of?
When I was 17, I had carnal relations with a tub of Neapolitan ice cream.
Like American Pie, stuck your dick in it.
In the shower, disappeared up to my
That makes it worse.
parents' bathroom.
Wait. So you, okay.
You gotta, Alex, please. You gotta
From
slow
the
it down.
beginning,
slow it
Alex.
down. Take it easy. Make eye contact with Eshaan when he's saying
please
this.
do.
You know, as previously discovered, I went to an all-boys school and my personality's evident. So,
Yeah.
you know, it was a lonely time.
Yeah.
And, you know, my parents left me unattended. I was of age where I could look after myself.
Yeah.
At a previous shop, my mother had purchased some Iceland Neapolitan ice cream.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, those thoughts you get
No.
when you're alone. Okay. You know, when you're alone as a teenage boy, I think all of us have been the way, you just kind of think, wonder how that would feel.
Yeah.
I wondered.
Yeah.
I pondered.
Yeah.
I shoved my knob on a tub of ice cream. I had to throw it away. When my father's there going, where's my Neapolitan ice cream? I've never wanted to not exist more than in that moment.
Here's my main question.
Yeah.
Which colour
I was
did
just
your
about
knob
to say the same
go
thing.
into first?
Bear
And the way
with.
you answer,
I have a bit of OCD.
I
So
think we represent.
represent Neapolitan right now.
I'm not proud of it, but actually I had a three-way with all three colours. Because in my head I was like, I need to...
try all of
Try,
them.
Yeah.
You've got to try all the flavours,
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
But then, what
I mean,
was the
it's a-
entry point? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, I'm assuming you probably just.
Because if it's the entry point, it will just be like yellow would be the
Yeah.
first colour.
Yeah, but then you're smudging them all in with each other, and
Did your penis have like, was it multicoloured afterwards?
It's mostly just very sad and very numb.
was it
I
in
mean,
the
for
shower?
anyone who's contemplating it, if anyone out there needs to discuss this, don't try it.
How old was you again?
17.
That's far too old. You're old enough.
No.
You're old enough to legally
I
have
think
sex.
hold on.
What do you mean no?
Were you flaccid or erect?
For a brief period of time, I was erect, but then obviously once I started to get frostbite, once I got Prince Harried, the whole situation just became significantly less sexy than I previously envisaged.
Are we skipping over the fact 17's too old?
No, I think so.
I went to all boys grammar school. I'd never spoken to a girl.
Still in an ice cream at 17. I mean, you could drive a car. You can fuck it.
Well, interestingly, I made my choice. I still can't drive, but I have shagged an ice
Yeah,
cream.
shagged ice
So
cream. That is a great one.
I mean, it is.
Have you ever shagged any food?
he paused.
No.
You've never shagged any food?
Would you
Mate,
like to?
I don't even eat fizzy drinks after in the morning. You think I'm going to shag a
Pineapple?
pint? Of all, pineapple,
Yeah,
the worst
stick that up my
one.
arsehole.
Yeah.
That's advanced level, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, you went straight up to
But
level
you've
31.
okay, fine.
Have you ever shagged
Yes.
What?
Percy Ingle, the bakery. in
Yeah.
I
London.
thought that's going to be a bank. I thought that's one of his banker friends. I was like, he
I
wasn't
thought you
a
were
piece
talking
of
about
cake.
him
listen.
and his sweets
So,
and the
for a
Percy.
Percy the Pig's had
Yeah.
a rough ride.
For a very similar reason to you, because I went to an all-boys private school.
Thank you.
What are they teaching you guys?
If you went to an all boys school and you've
Yeah.
shagged any baked goods
Yeah.
or food,
Yeah.
let us know.
Let us know, 100%.
There's a whole
Actually,
community out there
yeah.
to support
So
you.
basically, I was convinced and I was told by my friends that I would not have sex until I was 27.
Why would you? Why?
26?
Right? So I was 15 and I was like, right, I ought to practice this shit beforehand just in case.
Because
Because
40-year-old
everyone's doing it.
virgin shit.
Yeah. So Percy Ingle, they did this cream donut.
Yeah.
That's,
However,
that
though,
sounds bad.
however, I prefer that to the ice cream.
Right,
already.
okay.
I'm already
And
in.
my thinking was similar shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
What girls are you talking to, mate?
the vaginas look like that, didn't they?
Don't I?
Traditionally, they don't have sprinkles on, mate.
Yeah.
No.
You're unsure?
See, when I say donut, I don't mean the round donut.
I know what
Yeah,
you
I
mean. You mean
like
the long
the hot dog bun.
Yeah, the hot dog bun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had cream filling in it.
Oh my god.
So I thought, right,
I feel sick.
it's got the slit.
Did you cream pie?
No.
a
So I
cream
took I licked the cream out, and I was like, oh, this is practice.
You licked the cream. Oh, you did foreplay.
You went down on a donut.
foreplay. You caressed it as well.
no, no.
15.
Did you light a candle?
No.
Did you play any Enya?
I played Boys to Men. Yeah, licked the cream out.
Yep. Did it come? No.
And I left a bit in because I was like, well, it's got to be wet, hasn't it?
You guys, but I've never been more happy to have been poor. I went to just.
And do you know what was annoying?
normal school.
It was an Iceland Neapolitan, mate. I wasn't shagging an inheritance.
Do you know what was annoying? Because I'd like obviously licked the cream for so long, when I stuck my dick in, it disintegrated. The bun just kind of gave way.
But did you feel like a big man? Like, yeah, I broke that pussy down.
I broke it. Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. These are both horrendous stories.
I need to be clear.
I don't know. I think Eshaan's is worse because you literally like went
He
down
took
on it.
frozen ice cream to the shower.
Yeah, but a shower is clean up's already there. It's already been cleaned up.
I
That's
had a
smart
strategy.
thinking.
If it went south,
Oh
I
yeah,
was
that's
ready
true.
to.
I didn't have to go from my bedroom to the bathroom with a creamy dick.
Do we even need listener shame? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, good luck with your shameless, boys. You crack
I
on,
think
see if
when
you can
you're
beat this.
15 to 17, you do weird exploratory shit like that, surely. Everyone has.
You're
No?
discovering yourself.
You just watch porn and just jerk off, just like normal.
Do you know how
human beings.
expensive porn was back then?
Porn?
Okay, back then, you tried getting porn on the dial-up. Everyone
Yeah.
in the fucking neighbourhood can hear.
Do you know how many foreheads I had to wank to because of dial-up internet?
Yeah, fair enough.
It's just
I'm not sure you could blame it on the internet. Mate. You just
that was
confessed to
a
going down on a donut.
That's wild. I mean, your thinking is very 15. I get that. It looks like a vagina. It's
Why are you
really
judging 15
stealth.
differently from 17?
17
We all
too
mature
old. 17
differently.
17 is too old. 17 is too old. There's certain countries you can join the army.
I'd
at
suggest we
17.
don't crop that too short. Yeah. It's not going to scale well. Good luck dancing on ice after that, mate.
17 is too old, guys.
That's why I've waxed my chest.
oh, Darren. Right. I mean, how's it going to go more fun than this? We've come up with a game, haven't we?
Yeah,
Come up with a game.
we have indeed.
where
Who's the most shameful of the pair of you?
Alice is already disgusted by us anyway, but Alice has got
Alice refuses to make eye contact with you,
yeah,
Eshaan.
she does. She's got 5 questions there, and they're food-related questions. And actually, you're going to judge which is the more shameful.
Yeah, I mean, good look a bit more offensive than the preceding
Yeah.
chat. But, you
Yeah.
know, let's give it a go.
We'll manage it.
I mean, so what's the last thing you cooked for yourself?
A moussaka.
I cooked an omelette.
What time?
It was morning. Morning. It was morning.
Yeah.
Morning omelette. There's no such thing as an afternoon omelette.
Mine was a vegetarian moussaka because my partner's vegetarian. So it wasn't
So I have to choose one of these.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both perfectly fine to cook.
Yeah, they are.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
It was a very plain omelette. I put
Surely
some
the
nice
moussaka wit. Oh.
It was 6 egg whites and 2 egg holes.
For health.
Egg holes.
Egg holes.
Egg holes. Egg holes.
Whole eggs.
Moussaka wins because someone who claims he's never shagged food
fuck.
just referred to egg holes.
Yeah, thank you.
For fuck's sake. I knew if I spoke more, I was going to fuck up.
Right, so omelette.
The last thing you ordered in a restaurant.
In a restaurant. When was the last time I went to a restaurant?
I went to Smoke Shack in London and just ordered loads of barbecue meat.
Last time I ordered a restaurant was when we went to a restaurant last week. The Vietnamese place.
Oh, yeah.
I got the chicken and rice with wings.
Yeah, and I went to Smoke Shack and got like a brisket.
Oh, for
And
fuck's
listen-
sake.
When's the shame kick in? I'd eat both these things.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're not being as disappointing as normal.
Yeah, sorry. We're just-
Disappoint me more.
I feel
Very
like-
rarely do I get to say there was
we're very
such
sweet
joy.
boys,
But come
sweet
on.
boys.
Well, yeah, but
Okay, we've got a speciality dish, but I'll leave that also to favourite dish that you've created.
favourite dish that literally, it's omelette. It's the same.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. I don't think you created the omelette.
You didn't create the omelette, yeah, agreed.
I don't create anything other than great comedy that you can see starting in
okay.
September on my tour, Roadman.
Maybe not create, but the way you can we change it to like the way you make a certain dish that's slightly unorthodox, or people might like I put chocolate in my chili. When I make chili,
Which is fine.
yeah, I always put dark,
That has
dark
merit.
chocolate in it.
Okay.
And see, people get upset about it.
I'm not getting upset about it. I'm just twitching for no reason.
Why are you twitching?
Because I just don't. I just chocolate and chili. I just don't like the idea of that. That's why if I go to a restaurant, I like the idea of not knowing. I just go, ooh, I don't know what this is. But if I know a guy's in there shaving dark chocolate in there, I'm not having that.
You
Go
actually
home.
put like chocolate cubes in there.
Oh, chocolate cubes. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize semantics.
Yeah. I think that's all right, isn't it?
You just want a friend. You just want someone to because
No, I do want a friend, but genuinely.
he talks about his food. I get so angry at him. He's happy because you're agreeing with some of his nonsense.
Look, I need to be clear. I've just did a public forum, confessed to shagging and ice cream. I'll take any friends.
That's a good point. We might have the wrong judge.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
That works.
Yeah.
What dish have you
cornetto.
created? It wasn't a cornetto, mate. That'd been painful.
No, that's what I'm saying. Unless at least it wasn't a
Spiky.
cornetto. I haven't. I don't know. I don't really create food. I'm very.
Do you enjoy cooking?
It has a purpose.
A pep, see?
Okay.
Oh, I could have sounded more horrible,
I know.
robotic then. It has a purpose.
Yeah.
Food sustenance is required.
Yeah, okay. Right, yeah.
Yeah, okay, in fairness, Eshaan is way more creative than me with food and will create... What was that one you did, the one that made me just hate you?
What?
Roll in the Chris or whatever it was. What was that
Oh,
one?
yeah. So basically, it's like the next morning with a kebab. So what I'll do is I will get the chicken sheesh, wrap doner meat around it.
Okay.
Make a glue of garlic sauce.
The glue of garlic sauce makes me feel sick, but let's carry on.
And then there's chopped up chips.
Yeah.
Roll it in the chips.
Yeah.
Batter.
Yeah.
Deep fry.
Yep.
Corn dog.
You're a pervert.
I'm looking at Rachel for approval.
Every level, my sympathy waned.
Why?
At the start.
It just got worse,
At the
didn't it?
start, I was like, yeah, that's sound. And then you're like, and then I take the chips
Yeah.
and I turn them into a batter. And then I dip that in ketchup. And then I roll that in bacon crumb. And then
No, but
this is a Matryoshka doll of a snack.
No,
this
no,
is not a
it's
fucking meal.
a kebab corn dog. It's delicious. Because the chips, I'll put like onions in it, chilies in it to like zhuzh it up a bit.
Look,
Zhuzh it up a bit.
no,
Would you
Thanks,
not eat
Alex.
that?
for me, you're going too far. Like, I've been known
See?
to smash up some like Doritos and shove them in a pot of hummus. But that's one level of deconstruction. Like,
He's like
That's-
7
that's
levels
wild.
deep
What?
at this point.
But all the flavors work.
just because they work doesn't mean it should happen.
Well, that to me sounded like the way people talk about interracial relationships. I think it should happen. Mix it together.
What you're describing is not an interracial relationship. You're describing interracial gangbang.
Yeah, too
It's
right.
different.
Black and browns.
You're running a train on your food.
Yeah.
You're discussing the human centipede of fast food.
I think that my kebab corn dog, that's the creation, and he doesn't like it, apparently.
yeah.
It's gross.
Hey,
It's,
Right.
look, prove us wrong. Go
I'll
on.
make it.
Yeah, go on. Build a multi-million-pound empire serving your car crash of fast food.
Okay, I will try.
Thank you. There
I
we
will
go.
try after my comedy career finishes.
So what, next week?
Yeah, it will.
That's when your acting career starts.
Yes, thank you very much. Any more questions, Alice?
What would be your go-to meal for a first date?
For a first date.
Go-to meal.
I'm cooking
yeah.
in a restaurant. Okay.
Well, first of all, I'm not
Be
cooking
real.
shit.
It's
But you're not going to be cooking in your house on a
Yeah.
first date, are you?
Yeah.
Unless you're doing it really well.
You're gonna give me your corn dog?
Can you imagine, like,
If I'm lucky, she might get my corn dog, baby.
I imagine you roll it like a spliff. You just,
It is a bit.
Oh my god.
Go on, what restaurant are you taking your first date to?
It's probably going to be. It'll be probably a Japanese place. I like Japanese.
or the
food.
wilderness now, I think.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
The wilderness.
Yeah, if I'm in Birmingham, I'm going to the wilderness for my first date.
Yeah,
So
I'd
I'd be like-
happily take a
I'm
girl
like,
to
I
the
know,
wilderness.
I know the guy.
That's it.
Is that flex?
I'm walking about, you're right, darling. You won't believe what he does
Yeah,
with
yeah.
food.
It'd be so good if you go to high five him and he just misses your hand.
I would want to go for a first date. I'd want to go to like a Korean barbecue
So niche. Why?
because I feel
I
like
don't hate that because you're cooking.
yeah, because you're both cooking and the involvement of like sharing and the experience. I
Yeah.
think that'd be quite
The
fun.
activity to
Yeah.
move past the awkwardness.
Yeah, whilst you've got the food, I think that's
Yeah.
my first date. Like Gangnam Pocha in Holborn, I'd go to. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd probably go to somewhere similar to that called Nando's or Pepe's.
For the fact that Darren's just dropped Pepe's, I'm giving that to Darren, man.
Come on, Pepe's as well. This is great.
What the fuck just happened there?
Told you, Pepe's is the shit, dude.
Midlands Mafia, man. Don't fuck with us.
Thank
know?
you.
These salt of the earth Birmingham lads, eh?
what
They all
was-
stick together.
What was your Korean one called again? What was that one?
Gangnam
Korean
Pocha.
You're just making that up.
No, it's called Gangnam Pocha.
Oh, great. It doesn't sound like Pepe's.
It's probably not pronounced that way.
Pepe's or Big John's.
Big John's represent too.
Big John.
We've all been there.
Alex, you've been
What
such
a great guest.
I know, such a great guest.
Brilliant.
Thanks, guys.
Here's the
It's-
thing, though. Are you like I feel like you're like a rarity in the chef world
I mean, that's a very polite way
Explain
of
in what
saying
way?
what other people
Let
have
me
said.
explain. Let me explain.
because he plays by his own rules.
Okay.
Plays for himself.
Plays
Plays himself,
an
yeah.
ice cream.
An ice cream. Neapolitans.
And obviously, you can hang. You're a fun guy. I've always felt like chefs were quite stressed all the
Every
time.
chef I've met has been a really cool dude.
Yeah. Maybe like in the restaurant, it's like different. It's like Gordon. I bet Gordon Ramsay's fun to hang out with.
He seems like a fun
I
guy.
heard he loves karaoke.
I could believe that.
I could believe
I
that.
made that up.
Oh,
But, why not?
Let's
Let's see. Let's see how that goes
Gordon
down.
Ramsay loves ping pong. Oh, I could believe that. Yeah.
Do you want to tell us?
He has a trick. No, stop it.
Do you want to tell us your least favourite chef?
I have respect for all my colleagues in the industry.
That would have been a perfect end of that if it's just
would it
like
be?
your least favorite.
We could have done one of those.
Nigella.
We could have done one of those Diary of a CEO teasers where he goes, "My least favourite chef is," and it never gets revealed. People just watch it.
We could do that. My least favourite chef, for reasons that are dark and disturbing, is Cliffhanger.
Your publicist literally was about to stand up then.
She was just like,
yeah.
She,
No.
She was like,
Libel's incoming.
Don't say Jamie.
she was like, he's gonna do this again. I'll just say Jamie.
No, Jamie's lovely, isn't he? What a well-intended young man. Shame he has to insert himself
That's how we
in
describe comedians. When
every
funny.
area of public life.
That's literally how we talk about comedians. No, lovely
guy.
Always nice in the green room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
It's good to be around.
Happy for their career.
I hope they keep doing well.
Yeah. Great.
Fair fucks to him.
Fair fucks.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks for listening to Shame is Delicious. That was Alex Claridge.
Do check Alex out. Alex is on. What's your social media? I know you're a big Twitter guy.
I don't have a fucking clue. Yeah. I don't even know what they are.
That's how you know he's killing it at business. Where social media's like, I don't even know.
I couldn't tell you what the handles are.
We'll put it on the thing.
Yeah,
And
we'll
when
put
he
it up.
Goes to the,
Yeah.
he goes to the wilderness.
Go to the Wilderness and Jewelry Quarter.
Yeah.
Do check it out.
Yeah.
Go to these tours.
Yeah, thank you. Go to the wilderness. Use code SHAME10 for 10% off everything off the menu.
And go to the tour, free drinks and hospitality all night with the Wilderness 10. For both of them, apparently.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much, buddy.
man.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions.